many smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go on when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand. You're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. So as you can see from the title, we just gonna jump straight into the video. So this is about the birth story of my third child, which is my second son. I do have some notes so I can kind of keep track, just in case I start rambling on and get off topic. So he was born in 2013. During the pregnancy, the way it started out in the first and second trimester, I felt from the start that something wasn't right. The pregnancy was just different. It was just different. The nausea was bad, which caused me to be prescribed some nausea medicine. And this is a med that was ended up becoming a part of a class action lawsuit. Let's see. I think a few months into the pregnancy, I want to say maybe second trimester, around 5 months, I got into a car accident. When I was checked out, they said everything looked good, baby was okay. So we move on from there. So we get to the third trimester. Now in the third trimester, I'm noticing towards the end, my son wasn't moving as often as he should have, or when you're pregnant and you feel baby move at certain times, he just wasn't moving like I thought he should. So as it's getting closer to my due date, with 12/13/13, which was Friday the 13th, right? So I was a little bit like, oh, I don't have no baby on Friday the 13th, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that time comes and it goes. He doesn't come. So I'm a week overdue by now. But probably maybe a good way into the third trimester, towards, like I said, towards me actually coming closer to the delivery date. Now he was supposed to be delivered. He was due, like I said, 12/13. So around this time, I'm feeling fluid or something coming out of me, and this is just when I'm walking. So once again, during your third trimester, towards that last month, you're usually going to the doctor every week or 2 weeks by then. So I tell the doctor, I feel like I'm peeing on myself, or I feel something coming out of me, even when I'm not going to the bathroom. And they're like, oh, it's probably just a little urine leaking, you have all that going on, the weight of the baby and everything. And even though I'm not using the bathroom. Well, okay. So that was a red flag. And like I said, from the start of this pregnancy with him, my stomach just was aching. I kept saying something is wrong. I don't know, mother's intuition, but I just felt something was wrong. So like I said, his due date comes and goes. I'm a week overdue, so they induce me. I go to the hospital. When they induce you, they give you all the things to soften your cervix and get your body ready to go into labor, because it's still not doing what it's supposed to do. Now, This is when I was introduced to Pitocin. So, now, mind you, both of my sons, I had natural. My daughters, I did get the epidural. So prior to my third pregnancy, which was my second son, my first son was my second pregnancy. I had him natural. No epidural, no pain meds or anything like that. He was delivered. I got up, went to the bathroom, did my hair, and was standing looking out the window, waiting for the guy to come in so we can move to the mother baby unit, right? And he actually walks in and he's like, so, where's the woman that had the baby? And I'm like, oh, I'm right here. And he's like, no, you need to sit in this chair so I can push you down the hall. This is how I felt naturally, having a baby with no Pitocin. So, back to my story, right? So, I go to be induced. They start me on Pitocin. It's starting out slow, so they keep increasing it. They keep increasing it, and they increase it to the point where it's to the highest level. So by now, the contractions with a natural birth, you know, I'm not saying it feels good, but it's bearable to me. To have a baby naturally wasn't that bad to me. Now, to have my contractions once given Pitocin, it intensified them. To me, it felt like times 10, where I was screaming. I was screaming. People walking down the hall in other rooms could hear me. The labor jumps from 1 to 10, just that quick. Just that quick. So it's time to push. They never turn the Pitocin down, so I'm still screaming, by the way. And it's a dry labor. I had little to no fluid. So my son is now in distress. I can't get him out. I'm pushing and I'm pushing. It took everything in me to push him out. So by this time, I can see the doctor. I can see the doctor. Her face is like a ghost or something. Like she don't know what the world is going on. Finally comes to the part where we can go and see him. So they have him, of course, he's in the NICU. And we go and we see him. And it's like minutes, guys. It's not, you know, it's not even enough time to even process what he looks like and how he feels. And you can't, you know, smell him. And it's just that quick. As he was born, they flew him to another hospital. The Duke Life flight comes, you know, during our little visit. Oh, I forgot to mention, my Aunt Carolyn was there. So, I love you, Aunt Carolyn. But my Aunt Carolyn was there through this process with me and Tony, which is my other half, which is the father of my children. So we weren't alone in the processes. That's how, you know, we were able to have pictures taken of us both being with him. So we also got to come, and she was able to see him as well. She was able to see him. She was there up until the point where Duke Life flight came and flew him to Duke Hospital. Walking to the doctor, and I'm like, okay, so, you know, when are they taking me up there? And she's like, oh, you have to stay. You'll be discharged in about 2 to 3 days. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me, because I literally just had my son and I'm gonna be where my baby is at. So I tell her, okay, I'm leaving the hospital, so I'm gonna discharge myself, right? So I'm like, hey, I plan on checking out, you know, whatever it is, y'all got to bring me the paperwork, because I'm checking out. I done called Tony, I done told him, you know, come and pick me up, you know, well, let's get ready to head up to the hospital. And the doctor is like, she was concerned a little bit, because I just had a baby. I couldn't even walk, right? But I'm leaving the hospital. So she was like, well, let me see what I can do. So she's like, you know, let me let me get on the phone with Duke and let me see if I can get you transferred instead. You know, get my IV, call Tony back, tell him, hey, you know, they're going to transfer me by EMS. I'll see you when I get out there if you make it before me. Because at this point, we have 2 kids already. So, of course, you can't just up and go. So, at that time, we had his mom and his dad. I miss them so much. But, so we have his mom and his dad. They're at home with our other 2 children. And, so he has to go back home, let them know what's going on, get the children situated, before he even heads up to the other hospital, right? So, actually, they put me in the EMS, and we're burning up the road. We're on the way to the hospital. So I arrive, and there's no mother-baby room for me. There's no more mother-baby units available. And with that, we're going to end part 1.
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. You know what I'm going to say? I've been feeling this way for far too long.